everyone, it's Mo from Everything Marmy. So instead of you guys getting a late video, I thought I would jump in and be a little bit more on the ball because today is going to be crazy, and according to my emails and all the appointments I have coming up and etc., I'm just going to have to jump at the opportunity to make videos when I can. And so I'm going to, as you've seen yesterday, I went through my 2026 and 2025, or sorry, pardon me, my 2024 and 2025, and I noticed that I put 3024 2025. I don't know what I was thinking in the title. I should have really named that stickers. Honestly, that whole video was just about stickers. I apologize for that, but it was more of a chat. I was having a chat with you all. So I am just now setting this sort of up for the new year, and I've come down to 3 books. These are going to be my everyday books. There's going to be, of course, the Hobonichi Cousin, which, well, I'll talk about that in a second. This is a stencil. I'll put that in here because even though I had this in here before, I really wasn't using it, but I do want to use it this year. Here is the A6 of 2026, and you'll see that I had a pocket on here before, and I took it off because I didn't want the pocket on there. And so I moved the pocket to in here. And I'm not even sure that was a good idea, so I don't think I can, no, I can't pull that off without ripping the whole page. So in here, I'm just going to have to put something, let's see, maybe a little color pop, perhaps. Let's see what I can do. There we go. It's not really a setup video per se. It might be. I hope you guys have your coffees. Let's see what we're doing here. Really like that too. Happiness is not by choice, or chance, but by choice. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. Let's see how that looks in there. Yeah, so as I was saying, I really pray that you guys have your coffees, your tea, something cozy. Please don't mind my nails. They are still claws. They're falling apart. I'm not an advertisement for this, you guys. I'm sorry. And completely empty. Haven't done anything in here. Haven't set it up. And probably will not. I'm going to do this as I go along. Let's just see here as a reflection. So it does start in December, and we are here on the 28th. So that's about the only thing I'm going to do right now is indicate that this is when it started for me. And I'm not sure anything at this point. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Use this as a dailies, lists, information. I'm not sure at all. But I'm just going to set it in this acetone? Yeah, cover, sorry. And it'll need something here. It'll need some stickers. I've got a whole bundle of stuff that I've put away. in my, should leave that one out, in my little Ziploc bag. How professional, right? Like I have so many bags, you guys, and yet I have I have a Ziploc bag holding like the important stuff. Like, yeah. So, and even like so many things like this. Like I like the stars. I wonder if I could just lay down some like teal stars. Maybe we'll do that. You guys are probably sick of me laying stickers down, but I assure you there is a point. But before I get to that, now that you've seen that, I'm just going to leave that for a quick moment. I'm still using the Yumi Kitagishi's like pencil board. It's a little warped, but that's all right. I really love the design. And actually, there was, where's the sticky tab? There was an idea that I did have for this book, and I'm going to just put it on the front here. And that is, I'm going to draw my day. And then journal around it. So what I mean by that is I'm going to come in here. It's a small space. And in here, I'm going to put probably gratitudes. I could do sticker a day, but I think I really want to do like a gratitude. Because it's so easy for me to overlook how grateful I am, how thankful I am for every single little thing that I have. And that includes all of you guys. Like, you are a massive part of that gratitude in this online community for me. And I really hope you guys know that. So I'm just going to take some washi. And of course, this isn't going to be like permanent, but I just want to mark the page very easily. And if you don't have tabs, this is a great way to go if you've got a lot of washi. So, you know, I mean, it's not obviously professional look, but hey, maybe I'll leave the stars for later and just put that up there. So this will be Draw My Day. And I did that in this book here. So let me show you. What I ended up doing after I got off the video yesterday, and I really should have done that with you guys because it was actually quite fun, is I took two pockets. You see, I overlapped them here and I put the cards in and her on the top and brought it out. I used this as a pencil board because like with this in it, I couldn't really write, and I've come back to it and just started making some notes from Christmas Eve and even up to today because there's some things that I have to do. And having the stickers in here makes an impact for me. It just gives it a parameter of what I can write or journal or mini journal or whatever, just writing a little bit of things in here and focusing on that little bit of space. You know, like for example, this priority here was assure monies were e-transferred, pack, donate. What else did I do? That was, oh, appointments, of course. Appointments confirmed. Timings for family. These aren't in order or in importance. What else was my priority? I'd like to say house cleaning was, but I've been packing, so I've been kind of cleaning as I go. Clean as I go. As opposed to saying, okay, well, I got to go and do this area of my house. And then box items for sale. Which is really hard for me to do since I tend to want to give things away. And then the main ones here was remember gift for my post lady Jane. And also do up 4 more M kits. And if you are brand new and you don't know my channel, M kits are emergency kits. I live on the west coast of Canada. We are in an earthquake zone. I'm ex-military and this is my specialty. And I've done these up as a gifting program ever since I left the forces. So, and why? Because I'm passionate about it, that people are protected, although, and I've learned over the years that if you don't know the skills, having the items just doesn't matter. But this is for the lady, I don't want to write that. I'm just going to write her name, which will look ever so pretty now on that. I'm just going to say Chris. Tina. Okay. And then back down here, wrap all gifts for family. And then ensure daily pace is not outdone. What happens is I tend to go over the top and just say, okay, well, I'm just going to go for it. And like, I'm almost in a race and I'm out of breath. And I think I spoke about this in my video that I did yesterday. I feel like I'm like running and I don't know the difference between the starting line and where it stops. I just go. So since there's all this change, and change is essentially, remember, change is a natural part of life. Yeah, change for me can be very scary. And so I'm not alone in this, I know, but sometimes I think, okay, well, I got to get everything done in a day. And I definitely, like, there's time. And it's about pacing myself. So up here, I'm going to say pace yourself. Otherwise, I might re-injure myself or burn out, and that's definitely not what I want. So officially, yeah. So now you can see how the stickers really amplify with the black pen. And this pen that I'm using is a Pentel RSVP Fine. And I quite like it on the Tomoe River paper. And tomorrow, let's see. Oh my gosh, I better write this down because I have to do a number of things. So I'm still actually actively using this book, even though there's just a couple of days left. And I did go in here and make a list here because I'm seeing my middle daughter. I have 3 grandchildren from my middle daughter and her husband. And so I just wanted to make sure that I had everything written down, including wrapping paper, tape, labels, and cash. So I'll transfer money to my children, but when it comes to my grandchildren, I give them cash. And then my oldest daughter here, we already stopped up. And this is the M-Kits I was talking about here. So back here, I have to phone one of my doctors because I picked up my medications and it was wrong. And then I have to confirm this specialist's appointment. Well, I'm just going to tell you guys because if I don't write it down in here, I'm not going to remember. It's a neurologist. And then I have to change my insurance. This is house insurance. And I might as well get car with them too, or van insurance this year. Appointment to earlier or later. It must be earlier because my daughter, I have to... No. That's Monday. Is she coming over on Monday? Yeah, she is. Good, Olivia. So my youngest daughter is coming over, and we settled on a price that she's going to help me until I move. And that's going to help her get like an e-reader and what was the other thing she wanted? Not quite sure. A sewing machine or something, and maybe a new pair of work. I bought her runners for her job, and she's gonna give them to a friend because they just hurt her feet. She needs to get into the podiatrist. Olivia is coming over to help pack. So she's just gonna do like the bathroom stuff and lower cupboards of items I'm not really using. And from that, we're going to deduce, I can't really fold the book anymore. We're going to deduce from those items what can be donated. So we have a place where we live here in this, we live in municipalities. So in this particular municipality, there's an app or a website called Free. You know, everything on it is free. So I'm going to put a box together of like bathroom items, hair dye, things that I'm not using anymore, like soaps and shampoos. You can see my hand has broken out. I have eczema, so there's certain soaps that I buy, and like I can't use them. Like they just break my hands out. So I use, well, I don't know, two pumps of something, or like bars of soap just get like garbaged. But like if I buy anything that's like Dial or soap, or you know, somebody can disinfect the top after I've already done it, obviously. But shampoos and, you know, extra towels, or like things that I don't need or do. Like I've already started taking things off my wall, and so it really it really doesn't look the same. So yeah, so these are the big ones here, and I want to make sure, I need a different color though, because let's see what I've got. Nope. I have, you guys, way too many pencil cases. Obviously, way too many. Like, sometimes, like look at these tiny little. Let's see if that tiny little green one works. That's about dead. So these are dead. I used to keep them all in what I call the Dead Pen Society. But I'm going to just test these on the back here. Yeah, they're all dead. They're cute though. I like miniatures, but oh, look at that. The yellow one works. But it's practically dead too. I think I just used up what was left in it. So there's my green RSVP. I had them in every color 2 years ago because I was doing color coding, or attempting to do color coding. And that one's dead too, practically. And when I did the color coding, it didn't stick because I wasn't disciplined enough to do it. But that's what I mean. So I'm still looking for color, aren't I? Don't get lost, Mel. Okay, here we go. Where are you? So these are the milk liners, which are like fine liners, just cheaper. And they're soft. They're a nice soft color. And what other color? Let's do something that matches it. Is that red? No, that's like a pink. We'll do green. coming over. Okay, so at least I have that done today. I've got gather up presents, and that's why I said, you know, I've got to wrap them here. I've got to pick up my daughter, and then we're going to drive out and visit my other daughter. So I'm still actively, like I said, using the last couple of days of this book. I do want to go back. I'm inspired to go back and just like put down some important key events, especially since now I won't show you guys, but with my move and everything, it's been, was it November, December, January? Yeah, it was from in here. So I'm just going to write here. Write important information with house and moving, and especially with new budget and fine, like I have a accountant and insurance. There's a lot, you guys. There's a lot to write about. Anybody who's got a home, you know this. And timings. And I'm going to put any extra information to assemble here. With regards to January 28th move. Okay, and let's just see. My chair is squeaking. If you hear that, I apologize. Bright pink for November. Not quite the color I wanted, but let's try this one over top. That's better. It softens it somehow. Okay. So yeah, I thought this turned out really neat with the plastic on it and holding these cards. And I thought it was a really neat kind of activity. Different for me too. Like I've done a lot of crafts and stuff my whole life with my girls, simply because I had to. And it kept them busy, and okay, that's not going to stick there, is it? Okay. Let's see. I love this. These sticky tabs, the emotions one. How does that one go? You are not going to stay down. And this is what I mean, you guys. Like, sometimes these things get so old, they just do not want to stick down. So here, draw my day and mini journal. And then monthly's gratitude. And then probably in this section in here, I'm going to put a word or a phrase that describes how I'm feeling. And then in the tracker, word or phrase describing how I feel. And this is something I kind of want to master because emotions are important, and that's why we have them. Emotions are really important, right? However, I want to get better at recognizing that emotions aren't necessarily facts. They're just a response. And so, because I have severe and chronic PTSD, and now I've gone through years and years and years of therapy, I can see now that I react instead of listen. And for me, and I'm only talking ever for me, I need to ask myself quietly in my mind, why is this bothering me? It has nothing to do with the other person. If somebody else is like even attacking me, that has nothing to do with me. I have to take the me out of it and go from feelings to fact. And so that's why I want to track it. I want to see how well I'm doing here, because I think out of everything that I do in the new year, that is probably the most important, is going from feeling to fact. Now, there's definitely a time for feelings and boundaries and all of that. Like, I absolutely, like, totally believe in setting boundaries, and I've been very good at like, doing that. But what I find is if I don't take those feelings, square them up in my mind to facts, I fall into depression or anxiety. Anxiety is futurizing that I'm upsetting people. Depression is ruminating, meaning playing the scenes over and over and over again in my head of how I've failed or disappointed people. When actually what I should be doing is saying, I'm doing my best, and here's who I am. And so that's I think what this little book is going to be. So it's going to be small. It's going to be mighty. And so we can put that away. But what I like about that, and I'm not going to even bother with the stars. You guys watched me stickers so much yesterday. You must be sick of it by now. So look at that, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. Like, there's just so much space. I have to put that in there now. But yeah, look how much space. Whereas this one didn't even fit anymore. It was like, and look at how small those tabs were. You could barely see them. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy now that I can go back and jot all the important dates in. But I didn't want to put like such personal information. And now that like there's stickers like you watched me do, I can easily like just do like mini journaling point form. And to me, it looks better. It's not this kind of journaling here at all. But I think what I wanted to show you is draw my day. So did I do that in this one or not? No, I didn't. Yesterday's video, I was showing you how I did draw my days. So, and I think I might switch this cover, this plastic cover, to a clear one. But I just have to find a clear one or order one. I don't really want to spend any money. So we'll see. I've got to have one somewhere. So drawing my day. Let's see. Here's a good example right here. So here on April 9th of 24, I did some crafts. There's some buttons, thread, needle, scissors. This looks like I was making homemade like journals. And then here I went grocery shopping and I got some staples. Strawberries, Kraft peanut butter, jam. Then I came home, boiled hot water. Here I'm doing my meal. Or no, this was Sunnyside Cafe. So I don't think I did it very long, but I'd love to see myself do it longer, just to see how my drawing improves. So these two books now are retired for my screen time, at least for the moment. I am going to get like another string like that, put it around here, and close it up, because I don't think, I wonder, it's probably a bad idea doing this because, but I don't like this on here. I don't know if I can get it off. Wow, it sure sticks. There we go. You can hear it. It's like resisting. But the minute I put this on here, I really didn't like it on there. So now, just to cover up that stick, I have to use tape, which is not ideal. But there's worse things. I kind of go with the beat of my own drum, if you know what I'm saying. So there's that, and then this has to come off. And it's going to need tape too, because it's sticky. So some of these, like, they're called belts. Belt seals, I think. Yeah. Some of them are magnetized and some are snaps. So I like the snap ones on books that are really particularly thick. There. No, they're still stick. Okay. So yeah, I didn't, the minute I put that on there, I really didn't like it. I'd rather put like a clip or like a binder clip or something on here if I had to. Like, for example, that one's too small, but like a bigger version of something like this if I had to. I'm just looking around. I know I have them, but whether they're close or not is another story altogether. So on this, let's see if I can get her to close around this monstrosity. So before I stick anything down, it's very possible. Let's just see, because it's going to be right on the edge, like so. And that's kind of good because it holds her down. Then I'm going to put this on there. Come around. Move this card down. And find it a home. Here. And I really don't have much strength, you guys. That's why I have to really squeeze. Okay. So, good. Now that doesn't want to stay down here. So I might have to do something a little drastic here. Not too drastic, but a little. Again, tape is my friend. Tape has always been my friend. It will not ever let me down. And this is why. You guys must be laughing. I would be laughing at me. Like my presentation has never, my whole life, ever been traditional. And I remember being in art classes in like junior high and elementary school and even in high school, clay works and macrame and what was the other one where you use like paste and you used a balloon, and like all of that turned out really beautiful. And then I'd like slap on the paint because by the end of it I was just so tired of the project I just wanted to move on. And I remember like people would like not understand how I could be meticulous and then suddenly just give up on it. Like I just had enough. That was it. And so you see now it's not pulling up at all. And that's why this tape is like the tape I've moved to as opposed to that invisible tape. Invisible tape, I was starting to find the strength of it wasn't as good as like this glossy tape. So I go for the strength. And there you go. I think that looks much better with these cards on the outside. You'll have to let me know what you think, you guys. But there she is. And what I really like about it too is that by putting the pockets on it, it covered up a lot of the stickers because I went crazy. I literally went crazy. And this is all reinforced now because the pockets overlapped and then I taped it. So it gives it that glossy, puffy look of a book in case you want to do it that way. So I'm going to put that up there. I'm retiring this one up here too. And so I still have this. What do I do with this one? What did I do? So maybe I can just slide this in here if it'll fit. It's ironic because all of these pictures on here, the makeup and stuff like that, I went through a phase where I wanted to have this kind of stuff, but it's not really me. However, that all being said, I can't believe that fits in there. And so that brings us to the Paper Tests book. Now, I have some work to do in here because in here is where I color-coded everything, you'll see. So I've got black, red, blue, yellow, green, and brown or gray. Not quite sure. And then my habit tracker key code is by number. Okay, so I have 17 numbers. The first one is AM routine, and it's number 1, and I'll have an update. And then I have a PM routine, so I've got 1A and 1P. And then I've got 2 teeth, 3 floss, 4 water intake, 5 exercise, 6 film, 7 general tidy house, 8 chore 1 and then name, 9 chore 2 and then name, 10 chore 3 and name, 11 paperwork, 12 bathe or shower, 13 emails or calls, 14 comments and messages and Instagram, 14 notebooks and which one, 15 journal, 16 read. This has to be updated, you guys. Read, research. 17 is PM routine. I'm changing that because I already have that up here as 1P. This is 1A. And so 17 is Bible study. Or I'm going to put an S, Bible studies, because it's important for me to do that this year. So if there's an 18 one, it would be like diary, because I've got journal. I might do that. 17 and 16 is diary. Diary and journal are different. The journal is daily, like morning pages, and diary is like my 5-year diary. So I'm going to do 5-year. So there is a lot of things that I have on the go, you guys. And this is when I started doing it. So I brought this book. Let's move that out of the way. I brought this book over to my daughters, and then actually, let me pause and show you. So I had purchased about 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, a pack of, I think there were like 4 or 5, and I had, maybe it was 4. And they're really large. And I thought, great, like they'll last a long time. Well, these guys, if you don't really press down hard, and you can see the difference here. Like one has like hardly any in it. And this one had a lot. And these are called like Cover. And I'm pretty sure I got those from Jet Pens, but don't quote me. And if you don't press down really, really hard, they don't work. And I have had and struggled with correction tapes forever. I have one of those huge glue tapey things even, like the bigger version of the Glue Runner. Same thing. I don't know what it is. I struggle, you guys. I just struggle in general. And, well, it's part and parcel of why I see a neurologist and why I continue to see a neurologist, because my brain just doesn't want to function. And it doesn't surprise me. I took a fall, my head got hit pretty hard, and other things have happened to me. So, you know, your brain can only take so much. So protect it. And then these ones here, I think these were at Daiso. These ones are actually awesome. These little guys. They come in a bag like this. You get 6 meters, and they're perfect in size. They work easy and smooth, and I really like them, and that's the last one I have of that, unless I go to Vancouver. But I found this one in my stash, and it's like really odd. Like it's got the least amount of parts possible to make it work. So when I'd gone to my daughter's, I had brought this book thinking, you know, I was going to do all of this. Now, what I've done is, can I see it? I move it. Yeah. I took a calendar, last year's calendar, and cut out the back. So even though this is thicker paper, I'm going to overlay these on top and do all of these like that. And I'm not going to waste your time. Then because I'm moving to a house with a beautiful yard, you guys, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to be out in that yard and have morning sunlight. I have a gardening guide, and I got a new calendar from the Farmer's Save as well, and I'm not sure it's the same kind. Because I'm not seeing the symbols in the legends. Yeah, I think this was a different one. So I might go back and see at this other place if they have this kind of calendar, because it tells you up here your gardening guide, your daily fishing guide, your sunrise and sunset time, and your moon phase. And, you know, I've never been really a great fisherman, woman, but I've always wanted to try. And then the gardening here, I'm so fortunate because the people that had the house before me, like they've become friends. So what's lovely about the situation is I think I spoke about this, and I think the Lord heard my prayer, because I said I really like to have friends, you know. And when I walked into this home for the first time, you guys, everybody else that looked at this house, they wanted to gut it. And when I film it and you see it, you'll understand why. I could have showed you pictures, but pictures will not do it justice. And I wanted to show it with my own personal touches done to it, but it's very me. It's got that grandma-esque kind of touch and homey. And yet there's some things that are very modernized, like the kitchen, for example. I mean, there's a dishwasher, guys. Like, I need one so bad. I can't even tell you, because standing more than 10 minutes is hard for me. But going off on this tangent, meeting these people, they've planted gardens for me in the back, and they have rain barrels and things like that. And I have almost become, without even wanting to, a vegetarian. Now, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, I must have either chicken or steak. But I rarely eat anything else. Like, I just, like, oh, I just can't. I go on these tangents, right? Like, if I eat something, I'll eat it for a long time and then I won't touch it again forever. So right now, it's like, every once in a while it's steak or chicken, but very little of it at a time, right? So having a gardening guide is great. Back to this, though, I thought I would insert these here. So these are free things, right, that you just get from your old calendars. And then in here, I've already marked out the months. That's kind of one reason why I didn't want to go ahead and use this book, even though there will be, look at, I found this on the ground. Look at that chihuahua. Even though there will probably be something that I do with this, I'm just not at this moment sure what. But you can see here, there's hardly very much space for anything. Whereas, and I've talked about this before, whereas in this book here, there's just as much space as the A6. And in fact, I would bet you they're almost exact. Let's just check here. Look at this back here. And I don't know if I did this comparison or not before. Come here, you. So it's a little shy. Yeah, it's like one box shy. Which, you know, considering the size difference alone, yeah, I'm amazed. So this has 9 boxes, and then the date, the Wednesday, is the 10th box, and then the number is the 11th box. So this has 8, 9, and 10. So and I guess I've themed out the colors into my new favorite color. And even like the sticker book that I was emptying out the other day, which is ironic, is the same color. Like green lately has been really calling me. And I think it's because my body has been craving nature. And when you come from a place that's turning into a concrete area, and you're a nature lover, it's really hard to be in that space. So, back to this. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here, but I think I'm just going to take it one day at a time and think more on that. This is the December month. I did start here, and that this is when my other thing died completely. And if I didn't have a whiteout, and I really should have thought of this, I should have just taken regular paper and glued it down. But I was at my daughter's. It was the middle of the night, of course. Past the middle of the night, probably 2, 3 in the morning. And I just didn't want to disturb her with getting the supplies out of the cupboard. Okay, so I'm going to take that date right out of there too, because I'll have some sort of sticker. So yeah, I did go over it. This had quite a bit of stuff on it. Now, really only 1 month did, and that was January. I don't think... Okay, call me a liar. And this, again, all of these seem to have like the same appointments over and over, except for this one down here. But I've transferred this information anyway. But you see, like, for some reason... Oh, yeah, it looks terrible. I haven't redated that one. Did I redate this one? Yeah. And then this one, of course, isn't. But then I can just... I think I'm just going to come along and... Like, where's the glue? Instead of making a lot more work for myself, just kind of close her up. And then that way, I don't have to worry about it. And there we go. So the information's like trapped in a hidden room. And then I'll just do that with every month. And then as for these weeks here, since I'm redating anyway, I will probably just come along and the December ones are in here, so I'll use those for January. And so, where's my little clip? So it's a real bonus that there is December ones in here. So, I don't know who runs Paper Tess. I'm terrible. But she was thinking ahead because you can actually start November. So I really like this weeks. It's not weeks. In the weeks, you have to think more. You have to think what you want to do. Whereas here, I don't have to think. And while I'm on the topic of the weeks, and I should check the time. Always do it at the hour. But yeah, every one of my weeks is different, as you can see. Like, I rarely have the same. So I think where this book will come in is wanting that creativity, like here. Whereas here is, okay, this will be my constant. I'll change the numbers on the calendar. And ironically, I do have little numbers, but I doubt I will like have the patience to take the tweezers and little stickers and like, no, I don't see me doing that at all. But I like that it has the date here and then what you can track here. Because as I said, there's 2, 4, 6. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry, you guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So there's 16. If I wanted to, there's 17. So 16. So if I went back to here and took out Bible studies or AM and PM routine, if I took out these 2 routines, I could do it. Or I could highlight these and move all of this into the Wonderland 222. That would make much more sense since in here there's built-in trackers. And I'm curious now to how many there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like dead on. Dead on. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think this and this have to come out. If I can get it out without ripping everything. And let's just find the scissors. And then for the tracking, I'll just go right back. Maybe to here. Let's see. If I do that, see if I do this, that's better. Because the tracking in this book is the opposite way of the dailies. And I do have a month I have to erase. So I'm just trying to see here. If I put this here, And these are just like, what are they called? One second, you guys. So they're called something else, but I found these ones in my stash, and they're pocket pages by Me and My Big Ideas. So they're really quite old, but there's a whole bunch of them. And they're called pocket pages because in scrapbooking, you could put them in there and then write on the back. So I'm pretty sure that this one came out of pocket pages. But they're called something. There's another word for them. And I'm sure some of you will put it in the comments for me. But it makes sense to me that, because it has all of the, there's December there. So I'm just trying to see if I put that there and opened it up, then I can see exactly what I'm every month instead of filling it out. So for right now, that's what I'm going to do. Just tape that on. This is why it's probably called Me and My Big Ideas, right? Is that what it is? Me and My Big Ideas? Yep. Because Me and My Big Ideas says, use tape, Mel. Where are you? And then this way. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I don't have a great memory, you guys, as you know. So I chronically need something to help me. And whatever will make my life easier in the sense of allowing me to get things done, helping me to get those things done, using the tools that I have in my possession, then I'm going to use them. And I'm not a planner, but I need to track certain things. So most of this book is really going to be like, it will have the weeks in it, but it'll probably be done at the end of the day, you know, unless I say to myself, okay, because it starts at 7 and ends at 2100 hours, which is 10 p.m., which is perfect. So I could say, okay, from 7, or say from 9 to 12, that block of time either is appointments or, you know, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, you know, and then it goes month and then weeks, month and then weeks. And then right at the back, at page 199, I'm just going to take one of these plastic things. Is there 2 there? Yeah. So there is 88 pages in the back for extra notes, planner stuff. But what's great about this one from Paper Tess is, like, she's got 227 pages in the back, which is outstanding. So let's see, what else do I have in here that I can use? I have a plastic piece. And I need to put this color coding. See, this one here does have to stay in here. I might have to redo that, but because that can't go there. Let's see. No, I don't like that there either. So what I'm going to do is just put that on here, and we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So, you guys, that is basically what I have to do. Cut out the dates for this one. I spared you the stickers from the boring cover I've got here. But I really think I'm going to do it around my day. Which means I pre-paint the pages and I draw on it and I ignore the dates. I'm going to ignore the dates. And we'll see how far I go, because if I go by the dates and say 2 weeks pass and I don't touch it, I don't want a 2-week gap of paper. So part of me wants to do it in an older book. But because I have the 2026, unless I can think of a better use for this, I don't know. What do you guys think I should use this for? Keep in mind, I have already a 2026 cousin that I'm going to be using for my Bible studies. And I have my secretary. But I want to try to keep it to a minimum. But if you know of a way of using this book, I don't like this here. Don't like that there at all. There we go. You go hide away back there. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. Like, maybe I'll just... I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. And this pencil board, I don't want in there either. I'll keep it with the Yumi stuff. Okay, you guys, I think that's a long enough video for everybody. Sorry about my arm now being in the screen, but these are the basic 3 books. And I pray you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed Sunday. And I got to get running. I got things to do. And I wanted to come on earlier than last time. So remember, folks, we are all perfectly imperfect. We're all loved, needed, and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. And me too. And I just pray and hope that something brings a smile to your face today, and that whatever burden you guys have dissipates so that you can enjoy today. I will talk to you all later. Bye for now, everyone.